A social credit score, a fluctuating rating based on a range of behaviors. It's believed that community service and buying Chinese-made products can raise your score. Fraud, tax evasion, and smoking in non-smoking areas can drop it. If a score gets too low, a person can be banned from buying plane and train tickets, real estate, cars, and even high-speed internet. It's a good thing, this woman says. There should be punishment for people who can't behave. China's growing network of surveillance cameras makes all of this possible. In several big cities in China, including here in Shanghai, the government is even tracking jaywalkers. Cameras record them going through intersections, zero in on their face, and then publicly shame them on nearby video screens.
Now, nearly 11 million Chinese people can no longer fly, and another 4 million are banned from train travel because of low social credit scores. Do you think rating citizens and punishing them based on their social score is a good idea?
Oh, it's so scary, isn't it?
Well, it's so open for corruption. That's the problem.
The whole thing's a problem. Ridiculous.
What do you mean? You're saying like
I'm
falsely
saying,
accused?
I'm saying if somebody is completely unlawful and reckless, a set of consequences makes sense. Mm-hmm. But not buying Chinese products is completely corrupt.
Shalom, Israel. Welcome to another edition of Qadash Chaayah. I am your host, Shamuel Kassad. Giving all thanks, Abanawi Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach Yahushai. Today is Wednesday, May 30th, 2018. And what I'm going to do right now is go over this little snippet that you guys just saw. I recorded this snippet 2 days ago on so-called Memorial Day, May 28th, 2018, and we're gonna get right into the topic of this whole thing about the social credit score. Now, I must admit that I have a close friend that have told me about this whole concept of the social credit score that China was doing. He told me that months ago, but this past Monday was the first time I've ever saw it on any kind of American media. And when I take a look at that, I'm like, straight up and down, like that's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much big brother, to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like your every actions, whether at home or in public, you know what I'm saying, will be able to determine what you can and can't do, in society. You understand what I'm saying? When you watch the snippet, it says that if you're a jerk or if your social credit score is low, you're not going to be able to do certain things like travel on the train or travel on plane. Like you trying to travel outside the country, go visit family, or you trying to travel to one part of the country to the next. You know what I'm saying? For a family or for vacation. If your social credit score is low, they're saying that you're gonna get banned from that. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like your every action, like one of the things that have you get a low social credit score is jaywalking. You know what I'm saying? You saw all them cameras up there. Like if you get recorded, jaywalking, that your face get plastered. Your face get plastered on a nearby screen for all the world to see that you jaywalk. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's really bad, and quite frankly, like that's really on some, George Orwell 1984 type shit. You understand what I'm saying? Is that is as far as I'm concerned, a police state over there, damn near. But one thing, the the talk didn't go into that supposedly that was told that China was doing was that the social credit score goes even further than that. It also goes as far as like um, the stuff that you type online. You understand what I'm saying? If you online and you type in certain stuff that that's deemed socially unacceptable, your credit score, your social credit score goes down, and that could even go as far as prevent you from getting a job. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yo, that's really some heavy stuff, man. And when I hear and when I see stuff like this, as far as I'm concerned, the social credit score thing in China is pretty much a test run for America. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before the United States adapt, create their own version, adapt that and put their own spin on it. You know what I'm saying, to monitor the people. You know what I'm saying? Like I can honestly see eventually they plan on going that route. You know what I'm saying? So like if you type anything and the first thing area they're gonna tackle is social media. So, if you put something that's quote unquote socially unacceptable, you know what I'm saying, down go, they find out who you are, down goes your credit score, your social credit score, and you're not gonna be able to do certain things, man. It might be hard for you to get a job. It might be hard for you to rent an apartment, to buy a home, to travel. A lot of us brothers, are traveling or would like to travel. You know what I'm saying? You think if America adopts this type of stuff, adopts that program, that you know, you think we're going to be able to, talk to certain stuff that we're talking, without any kind of repercussion. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, brothers preaching about the fuckery of females, female fuckery, you know, preaching, pushing and encouraging, brothers going where they're accepted, preaching brothers to, accept their masculinity, don't let society tell you who you gotta be and what you have to do and all that stuff. For us Hebrew Israelites, you know, we preaching the laws that is set up as wicked and stuff. Like, listen, if America adopts their own version of that, you know what I'm saying, best believe that, you know, a lot of us that's talking the stuff we talking now, we about to get hit with that. And you know, when I recorded the snippet, it's actually longer than what I actually showed you guys. But the only person that actually made sense was that first lady that gave her response. So what's her take on it? And her take on it exactly is what I think. It's like, that's a practice that could easily be corrupted. You know what I'm saying? You could very easily turn a country into a police state. You know, you know, if in the wrong hands, in the wrong governing, in a slack it in a wrong government agency. You know, she was that first lady. She was the only person that actually said anything that made sense or was relevant to it. Eve. The rapper Eve. She was on some other shit like low key siding with that folly. Talking about she could see where it's going. Like no bitch. You don't see where it's going. You know, listen, that whole thing is a test run for an eventual police state. So she don't see where it's going. That's a lie. Then Sharon Osbourne, you know, doing her little humor, her little 2 cents and stuff. And then you got, the class clown, Cheryl Underwood, doing her silly ass humor. You understand what I'm saying? that supposedly she gonna always be good. If she was in China, she'll be good because she'll stay buying Chinese products. Yeah, I bet. But like, to be honest, to keep it a stack with you guys, I've been stopped recording before Cheryl Underwood gave her 2 cents. Because again, after the first lady, it just started to become folly. But yeah, man, they said good social etiquette, social behaviors, and buying Chinese products raises your credit score. You know, doing stuff like jaywalking, bad behavior, you know, I guess like cyberbullying or talk, being against the government or whatever, anti whatever political agenda being pushed or whatever. Your social credit score goes down, and it gets to a point where you can't travel. Come on, it said 11 million people can no longer fly. 11 million people. You know what I'm saying? And it said another 8 can't travel on a train. China is huge. So you trying to get from like Shanghai to like Beijing or something, and you either gonna have to fly or take the train. And your social credit score is low, you're screwed. So what they pretty much forcing you to do is forcing you to play ball. That's pretty much what they're forcing you to do. Forcing you to play ball to go along with the get along. You know what I'm saying? If the prime minister of China is corrupt and he pushed a wicked agenda, you gotta go with it. Or you gotta fake the funk, like pretend like you with it, and if you trying to leave, fake the funk until you get all your papers and your documents and your passport, and then after you leave, talk all this, reveal how you really feel. That's how you got a lot of these Chinese over here, protesting stuff that's going on in their home country. Many of them do not want to go back. Why? Cause look what's waiting over there for them. You think they could be as openly liberal and vociferous on certain issues as over there as they are here? Hell no. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? But again, like I said, if the United States was to adopt their own version of that, I could see many things getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? The brothers in the Negro Manosphere, they gonna crack down hard on pushing masculinity, men's rights. You know what I'm saying? You know, uplifting heterosexual men. Brothers that's into MGTOW or Edmore. To not get married and stuff like that. Come on, they gonna beat you in the head. They gonna hit you in the head too. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a black man, Latin man, you're not with the LGBT elemental P movement, and you're vociferous of that, they gonna come down on you with that, and they pretty much gonna make life hard for you until you either leave or play ball. But then again, you can't leave because again with China's rule is that if you score too low, you can't fly out. And you already know if the U.S. adopt their own version of that, best believe they keeping that rule as well. But yeah, man, that's just it, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. But yeah, to me, this is some George Orwell 1984 type shit here, as far as I'm concerned. And from what I see, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But for what I see, is China is pretty much a test run of what's eventually gonna happen over here. Just my 2 cents. This is your brother Shamuel Kassad signing off, saying shalom, and stay tuned, Israel. Shalom.